What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with the Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Lennox Lewis. Big up, England. Big up. Lennox Lewis responds to Anthony Joshua's recent comments concerning Rob Mccraken. And this is what Lennox Lewis had to say. Lennox Lewis said, "See, I told you that Anthony Joshua should have got rid of Rob Mccraken years ago. You can't teach a person in college from a teacher that is elementary." Those are the words of Lennox Lewis, and let me counterpunch. I think this is warranted. I think, it's reasonable now, because Anthony Joshua had made that chance. I think it's actually kind of late because he's been left Rob Mccraken to Robert Garcia, now Derek James. So, sometimes it's just one of those things where someone's there to say, hey, I told you so. This may be one of those times. However, you could look at this two ways. One, you could look at this and say, well, Lennox Lewis was just looking to be right in the situation because he thought that not only that he shouldn't have been with Rob Mccraken, he should have been with himself as a trainer. And I think a lot of people would agree to that. Like, Lennox Lewis would probably be the best person to teach Anthony Joshua how to fight tall, how to be elusive, how to be aggressive, and how to mix them both up offensively and defensively in sync. And I think, especially coming from a big man like Lennox Lewis, I think that would be probably the best bet. However, they don't click like that. Because Lennox Lewis did have a lot to say about Anthony Joshua over the years, Anthony Joshua, I think, would rather eat cat shit with a knit needle before training with Lennox Lewis. Something would had to happen where they met up somewhere and then, and they just squashed it verbally in person for that to happen. But I don't see that happening. And you could look at that as, Lennox Lewis was really just trying to be helpful. And maybe people could look at that of him just showing tough love towards Anthony Joshua. And me personally, I think it's a little bit of both. I think Lennox Lewis was bitter because of the route Joshua took, by going with Eddie Hearn instead of going with himself to PBC with Al Heyman in that way, over there on the Wilder side years ago. And I think because of that, he felt a certain type of way, along with the other couple minor things that happened that added on to that particular decision, or that dismissal of Lennox Lewis's help to Anthony Joshua. So I think Lennox Lewis sat back and watched Anthony Joshua and made comments about Anthony Joshua as he saw fit. And he really didn't have a muzzle or a filter, simply because, hey, he didn't come with me, so I don't have to filter this kid. I know this kid. I met him straight out of the amateurs when he obtained the Olympic gold, and I, mentored him for a while, and I offered him, a way out or a way in to the professional rankings my way, and he declined. So since he declined, I can say what I want to say about Anthony Joshua. That's what I see. Those factors with Lennox Lewis. But is he right? Yes, he's right in a sense. But was he saying that to help Joshua, or is he just saying that to talk shit at Joshua because Joshua dissed him? So I think you gotta kind of, use your own judgment on that. But, nonetheless, Anthony Joshua, sometimes I have a brother like this, you can't tell him anything. He's going to have to figure it out. So in this case, Anthony Joshua had to figure out that, hey, Rob Mccraken is not good for me at this point of my career, okay? And I think it took him learning that, and he's learned that, and he's now moving forward. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Lennox Lewis stating that, hey, I told you so, Anthony. He should have left Rob Mccraken years ago. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.